Behind me is Hideaway Events, an event center that was turned into a crime scene. According to Pike County Sheriff Russell Thomas, authorities responded to a 911 call where they found a dead body by the door. Even with a potential felony on the line, the anonymous student told us that he and his peers aren't deterred from using THC products. As school shootings continue to happen across the country, talks of a potential shooter drill have surfaced in Troy's administration. I spoke with students to find out their thoughts on this potential drill. Behind me is Hideaway Events, an event center that was turned into a crime scene. According to Pike County Sheriff Russell Thomas, authorities responded to a 911 call where they found a dead body by the door. Nick Wright, a Troy student who had been to Hideaway Events before, was at the party when shots were fired.
And all of a sudden you hear about 2-3 shots ring out inside the party. Then everybody's running outside. I ran to my car, which is down by the woods. 15, 20 minutes after that, police cleared out everybody. And then that's when I cleared the scene.
In an article published by the Troy Messenger, Pike County Sheriff Thomas said the sheriff's office had been worried about Hideaway for some time. Thomas also said the establishment didn't have a business license or liquor license. Soon after, the owners of Hideaway weighed in on Thomas's comments. In a post, the owner said Thomas's words were carefully chosen to discredit their business. Trojan Vision reached out to both Thomas and Hideaway for their side of the story. But the owners declined, saying Thomas's comments achieved his intended purposes, while the sheriff was said to be out of town for the next few days. Meanwhile, Wright says the shooting has changed his mind about going to parties.
It kind of makes me think twice about going out. What it does is it makes me aware of my surroundings more.
At last report, the investigation is still ongoing. Authorities are asking anyone with information to call 334-566-4347. Simon Brown, Troy, Trojan Vision News. Just 1 year ago, if a Troy student was caught with a THC product, they would have been charged with a misdemeanor and referred to student services. Now, according to House Bill 445, possessing a smokable THC product is considered a felony.
If it has THC product loaded in it, possessing that as of July 1st of this year is a felony. Our standard procedure on felonies is the offender goes to jail. We don't do student services process for felony crimes in hardly any case. That is almost always going to result in an arrest.
We spoke to an anonymous Troy student who uses THC products. He believes that the new law could have the opposite effect.
A felony, in my opinion, is just very extreme in a sense. I could see it attracting more people. Kind of like when your parents tell you not to touch the hot stove as a kid, you want to go touch the hot stove. So I could definitely see more people trying and, taking that risk.
Even with the potential felony on the line, the anonymous student told us that he and his peers aren't deterred from using THC products.
Jail is never, a place anybody wants to go. And we all try to, keep ourselves in check and out of the limelight. But it's not really something that's in the forefront of our minds a lot of the time.
If caught, students could face up to 10 years in prison and $15,000 in fines. Simon Brown, Troy, Trojan Vision News. As school shootings continue to happen across the country, talks of a potential shooter drill have surfaced in Troy's administration. I spoke with students to find out their thoughts on this potential drill.
I think it would be really beneficial for our school because it would really help us to be prepared for the real thing and just get better practice.
I feel like it would be good just to have the campus as a whole prepared for something like that because it's a really big possibility. It happens anywhere and everywhere. You can't say any place is too safe, so I feel like it would be good to have students and faculty prepared for a real situation like that.
Anna McKnight says that if elementary schools can have active shooter drills, so should colleges.
I think it'd be really beneficial because even in, elementary school, we had active shooter drills and, it's happened at universities like FSU. I feel like it's very beneficial for us to be aware and to be prepared for that situation to happen.
Although some students think that holding an active shooter drill is a good idea, student Garrett Harmon is skeptical.
I think it'd be really smart to do a drill, but I feel like it'd be difficult to get every single person to participate. I think back when I was in the dorms, we had fire drills and, sometimes they would do it while I was in class or, I was out getting food, so not everyone was able to participate.
Even though there is no timeline on the active shooter drill, students are encouraged to follow Run, Hide, Fight if the situation arises. Simon Brown, Troy, Trojan Vision News. Our top story tonight, Troy University is assuring military students that their tuition assistance will not be interrupted amid the government shutdown. In an email sent late last week, Troy for Troops says military students with approved tuition assistance can still enroll in classes. Military students will also continue receiving funds via the Troy Military and Family Scholarship, which allows students to attend classes without any out-of-pocket expenses for service members using tuition assistance. That email goes on to answer frequently asked questions regarding financial aid, tuition assistance, transcripts, and veteran-related questions. That email was sent to all users Friday morning. In state news, Montgomery police say a juvenile has been charged in the mass shooting that killed 2 people and injured 12 others just 1 week ago. The juvenile is charged with 1 count of capital murder for 2 or more people, 9 counts of first-degree assault, and 3 counts of second-degree assault. 17-year-old Jeremiah Morris, a student at Rise Academy, and 43-year-old Shalonda Williams, a mother of 3, were both killed in that shooting. It happened after the end of the Morehouse Tuskegee Classic at the Crampton Bowl late Saturday night. Police say 2 juveniles are among those wounded, and 7 of the victims are under the age of 20, with the youngest being 16. The juvenile was taken into custody Friday and booked into the Montgomery County Detention Facility.